Hey guys, Alex here from Mr. Build It, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I did this bathroom transformation. So without wasting any time, let me show you how I did it, and let's get into the video. Let's go. Now real quick, I wanted to talk about the sponsor of today's video, Ryobi. One of the most frequently asked questions that I always get on this channel is, hey, what boots do you wear? So these are the Ryobi work boots. These are the rebar edition. They are waterproof. They are oil and slip resistant. They have good ankle control and they look really good too. As you can see, they're all scuffed up. I mean, I really put them through the works. I've been in the crawl spaces. I've been on rooftops. I've welded in these. These are fantastic work boots. I am a big fan of them. And the most important part about work boots, apart from comfort, is they have to look nice, and these look really good. Now the pants are very important for my comfort. I need to be able to get up and down quickly, comfortably, without, plumber's crack and all that stuff. These are the Ryobi M4 rebar canvas work pants. They are made out of 9-ounce Durastretch technology. They are 99% cotton and 1% spandex. Therefore, that's why we have this beautiful stretch all around. Bet your work pants can't do that. So do yourself a favor, go and click the link down in the description below to get 10% off your first order today. That being said, let's get back to the build. Let's go. All right, welcome back to episode 4 of the bathroom remodel. So if you want to see episode 1, 2, and 3 and see how we did it, go ahead and check the back in my library, my YouTube videos. We need something here, don't we? So for the vanity, we're gonna use a material called maple plywood, surprise. And we're gonna see if we're gonna take this right here and we're gonna try to turn this into a vanity. So let's fire up the power tools. Check this out. I got a new dust collector, remote control, the best. And no, nobody sent it to me. I paid it with my own money. In fact, it was used. I just thought, treat yourself. Okay, so a lot of people always ask me about plans. I don't have time to make plans just because I'm not good at making plans. But the top and bottom is 17 by 59.5. You need 2 of those. The back is 16.5 by 59.5. You need 1 of those. The sides are 17 by 18. You need 2 of those. And the 2 middle dividers are going to be 16.25 by 17. You need 2 of those. I'm going to put my pocket holes and use my pocket hole screws with wood glue and assemble it all together. I'm going to be using my Craig Foreman. It looks like an intimidating machine. This is what I originally started with. This is a Craig Mini. This cost you maybe 20 or 30 bucks. Now, I have that. I'm going to use that. If you don't have that, use this. Or buy that. Whatever. Improvise until you get the tools. I'm going to use a shelf pinning jig, and what this does is creates those classic pins with a little adjustable level for the shelves. And here's the genius part about this jig: to continue the line up, to keep it from swaying off, remove your pin, raise this to the top, find the very last pin you created, push it in, and now you can continue the row without having it moving off to the side. One last thing we need to do is the door. So this is the maple door I made. This is all plywood. This is gonna be a cheap alternative without having to go buy more wood, and I think it looks really good. I'll match the overall feel that we wanna go for, so let's do this one. Now we're gonna do the stain. This is the first time I'm using this color from General Finishes. The color is Flint, just Flint. I thought it was gonna be Flintwood, but it's not. I guess it's just simple. We're gonna use this applicator pad and see how it works. So I got a water-based polyurethane. It is a sat, nothing too crazy. Usually my rule of thumb is about 3 coats or 4 coats of this stuff. Let it cure, and then we'll start installing this thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install a 1 by 1.5 inch strip here and here. That way I can just come up to it, set it on top, know that it's leveled, and start securing it into studs. Okay, so we're running into a multiple amount of problems. We probably say multitude, right? I've always been looking for an excuse to say that. No time for joking. Here's the issue that I'm running into, and I'm kind of frustrated. Usually studs are 16 inches on center. This entire wall goes up to 21 inches before it hits its first stud. I don't have a stud to secure this part. Our second problem is this drain. Well, I didn't consider the fact that this is a floating vanity. I'm not going to have enough room for a trap here. Crap. All right, so I took a little breather and just cleared my head, and I think I found a solution. So this is wooden legs. I figured out that I could stain it the exact same color as this cabinet and mount them right in the middle underneath the cabinet. That way I have center mass strength, and from a distance it'll still look like a floating vanity. So let me show you. We have to do the countertop. The countertop, we're gonna, again, keep it budget friendly. I'm gonna do a fiber reinforced concrete, and this is probably gonna be the first time I'm gonna aim on the thinner side. 1 to 1.5 inches, no bigger than that. The mold is gonna be basically 1 inch wider and 1 inch, well actually 1 inch wider and 1 inch longer to create overhang for the cabinet doors and stuff like that. So let's do it. I'm too chicken about having it so thin, so I went with 1.25 inches instead of 1 inch. I know. I was committed. I was the leader of this this revolution of using thinner concrete, I don't know if it's gonna break. We're just pushing the envelope. We're pushing the boundaries. Concrete tends to shrink and then cracks. The fiber reinforced part keeps it from needing to reinforce it with rebar or mesh. I only use one bag. This is an 80-pound bag. Fingers crossed it's enough. I bought one 80-pound bag and I couldn't waste a single rock. It is so dead perfect. Right now, all the water is trying to rise to the top. Our job is to make sure we get as many bubbles out. But I've kind of come up with this thing, because it's on a table, you can just wiggle it back and forth plenty of times for the next maybe 10 minutes. Let's get to vibrating. I feel like I'm just hitting a roadblock on every part of this project. It just cracked there. The rest of this was my doing, not from being pissed off, but I was just kind of experimenting how brittle this product is, and it's pretty brittle. I didn't take much for that to break. Maybe it just needs to be 2 inches, just like the bag says. But the fireplace that I did, gas fire pit, that's 1.5 inches. That one came out strong. I also use a different product in that. I'll start the mold all over again, and this time I'll do an 1.5 inch pour with that product that I used before. I hope you guys take something away from it. Listen, we all get to these parts of every project where we just want to throw a wrench at the wall. We're just gonna learn something new from this. We'll take it on to the next one, and a pretty cheap lesson learned, so let's go do it again. Okay, I just figured out a solution for the whole countertop issue. So I just added the sink just to see what it looks like, because it just came in. Just beautiful. Because I don't have much room to lift and pour like a 2-inch slab of concrete, I'm gonna get another piece of plywood. I'm gonna cut it to exact width and length of this entire thing, edge band it around, stain exact same thing, and then I'm gonna cover it with a varnish. This clear coat is a water-based, meaning after a while it'll come undone and ruin the wood and all that stuff, but a varnish will be there for a very, very, very long time. Hey, real quick, a lot of you have been asking that Irene and I, we started doing more content together, so we decided to start a podcast. The podcast is called Next Door Neighbors. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube video. All the links will be down in the description below. We talk about real life issues. We talk about our family, we talk about our businesses. We even interview a lot of people on it, and we talk to them like neighbors. So if that's what you guys like and you consume podcasts, what should I do? How good on the cue.
This is why I don't
rehearse.
I don't YouTube. Subscribe. Go listen.
All right, guys, let's go back to this build. Let's go. So I got my piece all cut up. It's stained, obviously not stained on the bottom, but stained on top. We're gonna put some wood glue, clamp this thing down, let it dry, and then once it's dry, we're gonna start using this product from Total Boat. It's called a Halcon Clear. It's a clear gloss varnish. And the best kicker is that you can reapply the next coat within an hour. So wait an hour, apply another coat. This will allow for it to have a very durable, strong coating on top without having the water destroy it. Now, we've done tile on walls. The pattern that I'm doing is a chevron pattern. I've never done it, so it's gonna be an adventure. We'll see what kind of problems we run into. This is a Marazzi tile from Home Depot. It's their blue, whatever. You guys know the drill. The consistency is gonna be sour cream. I'm gonna do a third of the bag at a time so the stuff doesn't dry up on me. I legit spent about a solid hour and a half. And the reason why the bottoms are always the hardest to start, because you're so paranoid to make sure that everything's square. So let's start busting this out and see how far I can get. So I needed one more box of the tile. These are the edges, the round over parts. I'll need about 6 feet of them, so 2 boxes should do, just because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna break one. Back to the bathroom, let's go. I now went and picked up a diamond bladed hole saw to cut out these precision markings. I made a template. What I can do is now lay it over and then use my box cutter knife or whatever to actually mark out exactly where that hole is gonna be, use this as a template, place it on the tile, and then drill my hole from there. Now here's another kicker. To save yourself time, buy a bunch of these popsicle sticks, and these have a perfect round over edge. Once everything is nice and clean, we can start doing our grout. We're gonna use this stuff. It's like a white-ish, slightly creamish. So let's get cracking. Who says let's get cracking anymore? What is this, the 90s? Come on, man, get better. As you can see, it's an 1/8 inch gap, but now with the grout, it looks bigger. Well, there's a trick that I learned is if you take the same popsicle sticks and you start rubbing it, you start rubbing running it through the grout, you'll start peeling off all the excess. And then after that, go over it again with your sponge to even and flatten everything out, and then you'll have far better grout lines. Check this out. How cool. These are the moments that when I'm frustrated laying the tile, I get to look at this and be like, man, we did this. All right, we're getting ready to mount the mirror. Here are the anchors that I use. This one has a strength of 265 pounds. We're gonna drill a hole, shove this thing inside, pop it open this way, slide this little collar over, and then break off these little stylets maybe. Oh, how nice does that look? Ooh. Again, all the stuff that I'm using, Amazon links, you'll see them all, or you can buy them yourself. Paid about 90 bucks, 99 bucks for this sink. Let's get it, we're going. Oh, that was annoying. If you have a hole saw, use a hole saw, not this stepping bit. I will take my 100% silicone here, and I will put a bead all the way around, and then we'll secure it in place, and it shouldn't go anywhere. All right, P-trap time. That is, I don't know, maybe 3/16 of an inch. I couldn't get luckier, I really couldn't. It's working, we freaking did it, man! Little piece of baseboard, cut out this little access to the plumbing. And just like that. We're gonna put a light bead, and then we're also gonna make sure it's a nice clean bead by having a wet, damp piece of rag to clean up. When your finger's wet, it actually, well, that's disgusting, guys. When your finger is wet, you can have it slide easier. Again, disgusting. Let's just get to work. Don't put a bead around the sink. I just learned a lesson. It looks ugly. Besides, we put a ring that's basically a gasket that's holding this thing on. So water's not gonna get inside of it. It's just, this looks hideous. If you want to check out some of the previous parts, part of this project, including the demo, the tiling, the plumbing, all of them are part of the first 3 parts of the video series. All of them be on my channel. And our next process is to tackle the shower. So make sure you follow along, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Tune out this week. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya. Bye.